Hey, Christian Widow Sisters, Rachel here from Hope Speaker. And if you are feeling stuck, overwhelmed, lonely, and exhausted, I want you to watch this before you burn out because I know you're carrying everything and everyone else, but who is carrying you? Today, I want to help you make some shifts and turn some things around. And I'm going to bring who I am as a widow coach, a registered nurse, and an advanced certified grief recovery method specialist to bless you today. So let's dive in. Now, I know when you became a widow, all of the things got dumped on you. Everything that your husband did, you now have to figure out and carry on your own. You are the maintainer of the house, of the cars, of the yard, of the children, solo parenting, navigating their grieving hearts. You are protector. You are the provider financially. You have taken on everything. And it is easy to be completely overwhelmed by the massive list of to-dos. And I want to be clear, you're probably doing an amazing job at it, much more than you may recognize yourself. But there's a problem if you and your healing are not at the top of that list. Our hearts, our minds, our bodies, our health in all of those ways holistically often falls to the bottom of the list. Especially with children, we are so used to self-sacrificing for them, wanting to put them and their needs first, or just being overwhelmed by all the practical to-dos that we are navigating in early grief, or trying to learn how to survive or function in life alone again. Here's the problem with putting all of those things in front of yourself. All of them are inevitably going to suffer if you are not taking care of yourself and if your healing isn't first priority. So I'm here to advocate for you today. And that's really good news because it doesn't have to keep going the way that it has been or the way you feel like now it's always going to be. There's a better way and a better way to heal. As we triage and evaluate the situations, here's why you have to be first priority. Let me give you a metaphor. Have you ever heard that you need to put on your own oxygen mask before helping someone else? Even as a nurse in critical care, dealing with airway and oxygen a lot, I still didn't get this right in my widowhood. In fact, when my husband died, of all the things that I had to deal with, I would always choose to put my kids first, or to try to get through the overwhelming, insurmountable list of errands and tasks, trying to find peace. Okay, back to the metaphor. So if you've ever been on a plane, you've heard them talk about this. If something happens with the plane in the cabin, oxygen masks are going to drop from the ceiling, and remember to put on your own mask before assisting other people. Well, the problem is I have heard that countless times, and I already knew in my own mind I was never going to do it that way. I mean, my mom heart just knows I would always take care of my kids first because I believe I have the time. We believe that we have enough time. We imagine being functional, and so we can assist them quickly, take care of them, and then get it on ourselves, and nothing will be different other than the fact that we took care of them first. Here's the problem in that scenario. The cabin and the pressure and the oxygenation has already been compromised, okay? And this metaphor means that when our husband died, our plane took a hit. The smooth ride is over, and we don't have any more time. And you're not thinking clearly, not only with grief, but because you're not breathing normal oxygen right now. You know how scary it is when you choke? You notice just how quickly airway and breathing are to you. And when your oxygen is impacted, it affects a whole lot of things very fast. For one, when you're not getting oxygen to your brain, your cells are not functioning correctly, which means your thinking is impaired and your level of consciousness even tends to decrease. Okay, so I'm telling you, in this metaphor of widowhood, this is already happening to you. And sister, this is why you need to stop and reach up, put the oxygen mask on, and take a few breaths right now, because you aren't doing anything well without it. Your thinking is impaired. Your results are affected. You're working, you're prioritizing, you're mothering, everything. And the good news is you can do this. There are ways that oxygen masks are dropping in our widowhood, and we can take hold, take some deep breaths, and change the way we're widowing. we can widow well, and we can take care of ourselves better in the process. You will be so much better, clearer, and healthier in taking care of your children and the other things you have to manage until this plane lands and we are in a different season. But for now, let's talk about 3 tangible ways this plays out in widowhood, okay? You ready? Number 1, pause the activity and lighten your load. I know this sounds impossible because when we're in survival, our nervous systems are in fight or flight mode. We are going and running and we are hyped up to do errands and tasks and try to manage all of the overwhelming things that we're juggling right now. I know that all of the needs and the to-dos don't stop, but you must. What things are you doing right now that you can stop? What things are you doing right now that you can pause, even if it feels like you can't? How can we lighten the load? Here's a few ideas. Don't fill every gap with running and errands and to-dos. If it's not an emergency or urgent, it can wait. That store trip can wait till you're already on that side of town later in the week. Or that task can wait until you're already doing similar tasks. Don't keep yourself going in constant activation. Here's another thing. If it's extra, like serving or volunteering, pause it unless it's something that is absolutely life-giving to you. I know that it's hard to be served instead of the ones serving, but this is the season to lighten the load. And speaking of, accept all of the offers of help that you feel comfortable with from people that seem trustworthy. Your humility to accept these blessings are going to overflow to your children and every other area of life that you're pouring into. And the last is seek out help. Follow up with old offers and put the needs out there to new communities, even if it's other churches, other friend groups. Sister, you are not being disloyal. You're being human. Number 2, put on your mask and take some breaths. Remember, healing is your number 1 priority. This means prioritizing the things that are life-giving to you and self-care that helps you heal mind, body, and soul. Things that feel purposeful to you and that connect you to hope. As you're taking in oxygen, your mind and your decisions and your priorities are becoming more clear and from a healthier place. So how do we do this? One big one is to change your mindset. Widows are notorious for saying, I don't have time, I don't have money, and I don't have energy or resources right now. I know you're even more strapped in your widowhood than you were before, but this is the time where you need those resources invested into yourself and into your healing more than any other time in your life. What fears or lie-based beliefs are preventing you from getting the help that you need? We have to be honest about that and to change our mind, or we're going to keep giving objections and keep running ourselves into the ground. The next is to lean into Jesus and deepen your relationship with the Lord. Your time in the Word and in prayer aren't for nothing. The ways that you're growing more deeply in the Spirit are changing everything for you, I promise. And another practical is to take care of your physical and mental health. Eat healthy. Make sure you get exercise at least a couple times a week. It makes such a difference. Address the sleep issues you may be having because those are very much impacted in grief, and it's something you truly need to be able to heal. You can even learn ways of regulating your nervous system to bring you back into a state of calm and peace. And third, do these things, these healing things that you're prioritizing for yourself with others. I'm telling you that guidance and support and accountability will change your widowhood journey completely if you engage with them. You will make more progress with less pain and less time by involving others who are healthy to help you in your process. I offer grief coaching to my Christian widow sisters, and it's a personalized process where I come alongside you intimately, even in between sessions, to be guided in many of the things that I've addressed here, like deepening strengthening your faith walk with Jesus, vagus nerve regulation, health in your body and your mind, grief recovery to help lessen the pain and the heaviness, and mindset shifts. I have walked this journey before you. I get it, and I'm here to come alongside and help you make progress towards your goals and where you want to go. Another way is community, and I want to offer my virtual Christian Widow community, the Hope Stronghold, to you because it is a beautiful space to engage with other Christian widows who love Jesus, who are walking this journey together in the messiness. We're praying together, we are healing and growing, and we're even doing it with a little bit of fun. Sister, I know that being on a plane that is compromised is terrifying and confusing. This is not an easy road. I want you to know that you're not alone here in navigating this. There is support that can help. And while widowhood grief is lonely and hard and exhausting, you can make it much less so by making healing your number one priority and doing it in a community where you can be raw and real and also hold out for hope and making forward movement along the way. Like and subscribe to stay connected, and you can see more resources at hopespeaker.com. We'll talk soon. Bye for now.